Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at an aftermarket trigger for the CZ Scorpion. This flat face trigger is from Shooter's Element. Taylor over at Shooter's Element sent me this trigger for review, so I want to say thank you to him. I really appreciate it. This flat face trigger is made from 6061 billet aluminum. It's anodized black. You can also get it anodized in red if that's what you're into, and it is made here in the good US of A. We all appreciate buying products here in America, and Shooter's Element enjoys making them here as well. The ergonomics on this trigger are awesome. I really enjoy flat face triggers. I feel like they give you better leverage on the trigger, you get a much cleaner press, and in turn that improves your accuracy. The typical weight on a CZ Scorpion trigger right out of the box is around 10 pounds. This trigger does lighten it up a little bit without any springs or polishing because of the leverage you get on this flat face trigger. So it's going to reduce your poundage probably about 7 to 10% as advertised. You probably won't be able to feel that right away, but if you go from a stock trigger immediately to this, you can tell. Another thing this trigger does is it eliminates some of the ambidextrous safety grind on your knuckle. A lot of complaints from Scorpion shooters out there is that the ambidextrous safety grinds into your hand. That was my major complaint when I first shot the Scorpion, was this safety constantly rubbing my knuckle. But with the flat face trigger, I can get a little bit lower press on it, a little bit more even press, and I get my hand away from that safety. That is a huge plus for me and other guys out there that don't like rubbing their hands or knuckles on that safety. For those of you that are thinking about SBRing your Scorpion, the flat face trigger counts as a 922R compliant part. For those of you that do not know what 922R compliance is, it is a compliance issue with the ATF regarding the number of American parts in your rifle. There has to be a certain amount of parts, American-made parts, for your rifle to be compliant. Now with pistols it doesn't matter, but as soon as you SBR this as short-barreled rifle, it's now a rifle and you have to have a certain amount of American parts. This trigger counts as one of those parts. When you receive your flat face trigger, you'll obviously have the trigger in the bag. You'll receive a new stainless steel roll pin and instructions. Now you can install this trigger yourself. It's not very hard, but for those of you that find that task a little daunting, you can have it sent into a gunsmith and have it installed professionally, which is always an option, but you're gonna have to wait for it to get done and things like that. It might cost you a little something. Or Shooter's Element made it really easy. You can send your trigger housing and your trigger into them. They'll put it together, ship it back to you. You just slap it in your gun and you're good to go. I'll put the link for Shooter's Element down below. Guys, thank you for watching this quick review of the flat face trigger from Shooter's Element. Go ahead, hit that like button, share it with your buddies that have Scorpions. Go visit us on Facebook and Instagram.